6 things one should not be frugal with. Have you ever regretted not spending, only to pay later with exhaustion, repetition, or a quiet emptiness you couldn't name? What if true wisdom isn't in guarding every coin, but in knowing exactly when to let it go to live meaningfully? Because sometimes, choosing not to spend is the hidden cost that steals joy, growth, and connection. Without warning. Welcome to Live Stoic. Live Strong. Where we trade illusions for truth. Jadar Mayani. Where emotions are felt but not obeyed. Mayani. Dawan. Where clarity is power, and discipline is freedom. Bani. This is not just a channel. Kima mindset. It's a mindset. It's a journey of conscious living. Dalojans freedid. Let's begin. Dalojans. Awan. Daloj. 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 Aloj. Alorin. Dalojans fride. Endachani. Dalan. Daloj. Aloshans fride. Aloshans fride. Alosh. Thou always been careful with money. Dalosh. Alosh. Aloshans fride. Daloshans fride. Aloshans fride. But because deep down, he feared not having enough. Mitzalojans fride. He feared being a burden. He feared needing help and finding no one there. Mitzalojans fride. So he saved. Quietly. Religiously. Ihanan. He skipped dinners with friends. Said no to family trips. Postponed vacations again and again. He told himself, one day, I'll enjoy everything I've earned. Just not now, not yet. I need to be more stable first. The years crept by. His tools dulled, his shoes wore down. His mother turned 70. He sent a call, not his presence. He missed his best friend's wedding overseas. The ticket price felt unreasonable. And then, his father fell ill. Noah hesitated. He calculated. The hospital bills. The unpaid time off. The airfare. And by the time he finally boarded that plane, he arrived 2 days too late. He stood in the quiet hospital room, holding his father's worn-out sweater. Still warm, still carrying the scent of life. But the man who had once held him as a boy was gone. That moment didn't shatter him, it opened him. There was no guilt, only a heavy, aching clarity that settled into his bones. From that day on, Noah made a quiet vow. Never again will I save money at the cost of love. Never again will I trade presents for pennies. Never again will I be wealthy in my bank, but empty in my soul. He didn't become reckless, but something inside him woke up. He booked the trip to Japan he'd dreamed of for 10 years. He flew cross-country just to show up at his sister's promotion dinner. He replaced his old tools, not because they were broken, but because working with good things matters. They last. They lighten life. And when he met someone who stirred something real in his heart, he didn't stall. He didn't wait for the right time. He took them to dinner, not to impress, but to be fully present. Noah's life didn't become perfect. Dachai, but it became his, not borrowed, not postponed, not cautious to the point of numbness. Fully lived, fully chosen, fully awake. So ask yourself, honestly, are you saving wisely, or are you sacrificing what truly matters? Live with your eyes open. Live with your heart full. From the bottom of my heart, I want to express my sincere gratitude to each and every one of you, no matter where you are in the world, for taking the time to watch this video. Your presence and support are the driving force that keeps me creating and sharing. No words can truly capture the depth of my appreciation. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing. And thank you for walking this journey with me. To live wisely is not to grip every coin tightly, but to release it with purpose, toward what truly matters. Wise spending isn't about constant denial, it's about discernment. It's knowing what breathes life into your days, even when it doesn't show immediate returns. There are moments when being frugal is not careful, it's costly. These are not indulgences. These are investments in your aliveness, in your soul. Here are 6 such moments. Occasions when spending, done with intention, becomes not wasteful, but profoundly wise. 1. When choosing what will serve you for years. Imagine a chair that supports you through countless sunrises, a jacket that warms you on rainy walks and chilly mornings, a tool that stands the test of time. These aren't just objects. They are quiet companions. When something is meant to walk through seasons with you, buying cheap isn't saving. It's surrendering to future discomfort, inconvenience, and repeated spending. A poorly made item doesn't just cost you money, it costs you ease, peace, and time. Choose quality, not because it's expensive, but because it lasts. Because it shows up for you, day after day. As Elia Fracina of the Eastern Provinces once said, "You need not buy the most famous name, but what you purchase must endure." The Stoic would rather carry one strong blade than 10 brittle ones. Choose once. Choose well. Respect the role an object will play in your life. 2. When you choose to invest in yourself, have you ever asked yourself, what happens if I do nothing? Can I reach my goals standing still? Will my future self thank me or wonder why I waited? To care for your health, to sharpen your skills, to grow in mind or body, these are not luxuries. They are the roots of becoming Philo and I. Abalam elsis palo is pulis pala, omazani elsam elamail. No wise person expects a tree to bear fruit without water, so why expect your potential to bloom without effort? Amazani al-amail. Sometimes, spending on yourself is the most radical act of self-respect. It's how you say, I am worth the effort, I am worth the time, I am worth the cost. Whether it's a workshop, therapy, coaching, or a quiet retreat, every investment in yourself plants a seed for a richer, fuller life. Don't just ask, can I afford this? Ask instead, can I afford not to become who I'm meant to be? 3. When you celebrate another's milestone. A baby is born. 2 lives are joined. A friend overcomes a deep struggle. These are not small things. They are sacred chapters in the story of being human. Escuchar he. To look away from such moments in the name of frugality isn't wise. It's a kind of absence. Like ad elivel, you don't need grand gestures. But your presence, your care, your thoughtfully chosen gift, these become memories that live on long after. When you show up for someone's joy, you're saying, your happiness matters to me. And that connection? That's true wealth. Relationships aren't built on price tags. They're built on meaning. Give what you can. Give from the heart. Celebrate, because it's a privilege to witness someone's light. Because the wise know. There are moments in life when spending is not about luxury. It's about honor, growth, and love. And in these moments, to hold back is not frugality, it's loss. As we saw earlier, spending wisely isn't about indulgence. It's about honoring what brings meaning, growth, and connection. Let us now explore 3 more powerful moments where the wise do not withhold. 4. When buying tools that save time. There are tools in this life that don't just serve. They give you time back. Not luxury items, not status symbols, just simple, powerful helpers. A washing machine, a vacuum that works without complaint, a blade so sharp it turns cooking into calm. Still, some pause. They flinch at the price tag and whisper, it's too much. But pause again. Consider this. Time saved is not time lost. It is time returned. For rest, for reflection, for the people you love, for the craft that calls to you quietly in the late hours. Conceived as a, when you invest in tools that serve your time, you're not buying ease, you're reclaiming pieces of your life. Those who understand that time is more precious than money often find that, over the years, they gain both, more joy and more wealth. 5. When creating joy through travel or play, the world is wide and your time here is short. Travel is not about how far you go, but how fully you feel when you get there. And when joy knocks, whether on a mountainside, a quiet beach, or a table of strangers laughing in a new city, do you greet it or glance at your wallet instead? To be overly frugal on a journey often leads to silent regrets, meals missed, memories never made, comfort traded for cold discomfort. This isn't about reckless spending. It's about intentional living. Ask yourself, why did I leave home in the first place? To feel alive, to gather stories, to be moved. A coin saved fades quickly, but a sunrise in a foreign sky? A spontaneous song on a street you don't know the name of? That lives forever. 6. When meeting those you admire, there are people who walk this earth whose presence alone reshapes us. You may find yourself saying, I wish I could sit down with them, but the meal is too expensive. But what is the price of insight, of proximity to someone who has lived deeper, thought harder, seen more? Sometimes, one shared conversation over dinner can shift the trajectory of your life more than 100 books read alone. These rare moments, when you sit across from someone who stretches your thinking, who inspires by example, are not just worth the cost. They are worth far more. Money can buy many things, but influence, real human wisdom exchanged eye to eye, that is priceless. Yes, austerity has its place, but never let it become a cage. Not where it dims your growth, not where it cools your connections, not where it starves your spirit. The Stoic way is not fear of spending, but discernment. To align your coin with your character, your wealth with your wisdom, and your spending with the soul of the life you seek to live. Don't just count your coins, count what they're building. Spend not to impress, but to invest. In meaning, in growth, in love. Because in the end, true wealth isn't in what you keep. It's in what you give, where you grow, and who you become. Thank you for your time. If an idea in this video touched you, let it settle in your heart. Each time you return, you might hear something new. Perhaps it will reach even deeper. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. See you in the next video, where we'll take another step together on this journey of inner discovery.